speakers here, but now it is my honor to introduce you to our MC today, a two-time Emmy winner. You know him from 106 in Park and Extra TV. Ladies and gentlemen, give him a Newark warm welcome, AJ Calloway.
Jersey! Good morning, Jersey! Good morning, Jersey! I need y'all awake today. I'm gonna say it again. Good morning, Jersey!
And then Hillary can claim the victory because you told us in your word that we can do all things because you strengthen us. Please, Lord, wake us up on Tuesday. Send lazy folk to the polls. Make them get off of the golf courses. Make them get out of their beds. Make them leave what they're doing and go and cast their vote because too many have died in order for us to vote.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's glass gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling seas.
They bringing the band with the mayor. Mayor Baraka is a native of North, and his family has lived in and loved this city for 70 years, and he is celebrated supporter of Secretary Hillary Clinton. I need y'all to make some noise for the mayor of North New Jersey, Mayor Ras Baraka. Well, we're gonna make some noise for Weequahic High School marching band. Weequahic High School marching band. Elected officials and a host of speakers, so I'm going to be very short. I just want to congratulate you for being here, and I need you to go out on Tuesday. I need you to make every phone call in your phone book that you have. Call everybody, all of your friends, your family, get them out to vote, get them to the polls, make sure that we put Hillary Clinton over the top. We cannot afford to have Donald Trump as the President of the United States. We cannot afford to have him pick the next Supreme Court justices. We cannot have him afford to build a wall between Americans. We cannot afford to have them separate Mexican Americans from African Americans, from European Americans, from Africans, from the continent American, from Caribbean Americans, from Asian Americans, from all of us. We cannot afford to have them separate us all.
Hillary Clinton and Essex County, Hillary Clinton and Newark are perfect together. Donald Trump and Chris Christie, they are going together. We have to do this. The polls are really tight throughout the country right now. And many of our people are moving into Pennsylvania this morning to help turn their state around.
How we doing? By the way, just one thing, off message. Would any man let that woman in Bridgegate go down when he did it? Hell no, am I right? What kind of man would do that? All right, now, ask you this. Would we ever, in a million years, support a candidate for president who's endorsed by the KKK?
There's no question who's a better candidate to be the next president of the United States. We know Hillary Clinton. We know what she's done for 30 years. She's been there for us. Now we got to be there for her. So let's go out and make sure we get every vote. Let's don't take this election for granted, especially here in Newark and Essex County.
We're going to do this because Barack Obama must have someone to pass the baton to. We're going to do this for President Obama to let him know we were with you then, we loved you then, we're with you now. We cannot, as African Americans, allow Barack Obama's work to come to an end at the hands of a most racist, misogynistic candidate. And so the ancestors are calling you. The future is calling you. And as we say, when women come to the table of power, they come for 7 generations. They come for the neighbors. They come for the family. They come for children yet to be born. We, as women, are going to that table of power with Hillary Clinton, and we are going to turn it out. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, coming to the stage, another amazing woman from right here in Newark, New Jersey, who's coming up to speak with us next. A fierce advocate for women and girls, a fighter for communities of color, a champion of education and justice, the former Speaker of New Jersey General Assembly, our very own Assemblywoman, Sheila Oliver.
Middle-class person in this country. I don't care if you're from Newark and you're Italian, you're Irish, you're Dominican, you're Jamaican, West African, Puerto Rican. I don't care what you are. Never forget your history. We cannot afford to not move forward upon Barack Obama's legacy.
But you should get to know him soon and remember his name. Everybody here tells me he's going to be the next governor of the state of New Jersey. He's a former ambassador to the Republic of Germany, a former national DNC finance chairman, a board member of the NAACP, and a champion of the middle class in New Jersey. He has spent the last 2 years crisscrossing New Jersey to spread his message of fixing the economy and investing in our future. He and his wife Tammy are great friends of Newark, and we are thrilled to have him here today. Ambassador and future New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy, ladies and gentlemen.
everybody up here, but I'm going to thank our host today. Let's get it up for Mayor Ras Baraka. Thank you, Newark, for having us. This is a huge, huge moment. I'll be very brief. Number one, this election is for the soul of America. It is for the very soul of our country. Secondly, we know Hillary Clinton's soul. She's on the right side of history. She's on our side. I met her when she was the First Lady of Arkansas. She's had an extraordinary career. God bless her. Third comment, this is not just about getting out to vote on Tuesday and getting all your friends and family to get out and vote. We got to get on the phone, not just to other folks in New Jersey, but to brothers and sisters and family and friends in Pennsylvania, Ohio, North Carolina, Florida, and elsewhere where this election is on the knife's edge. No one speaks more strongly or more articulately for our nominee than Senator Cory Booker. You'll hear from him in a minute. And he goes to states, as he will right after this, to states like Pennsylvania or North Carolina, where he mentioned earlier they're trying to tamp down voter turnout, and they're doing and trying awful things. We got to push back on that. But you know what's really discouraging? They're doing the same thing in the state of New Jersey. And we must be aware of that. The mayor and I were on the phone yesterday. They're doing it right here in Burlington County. Did you hear about this? Our sister Reva Foster is running for freeholder. And the Republicans, I'm sure with the blessing of Chris Christie, put a advertisement out and put a pinprick in Newark and said, if you don't vote the right way, Burlington County's going to start looking a lot more like Newark, New Jersey. That's in New Jersey in the year 2016. We have to stand up and push back on that, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot accept that. And at the top of the ticket, the choice could not be clearer. I've lived in Germany 2 times in my life. I'm a student of German history. I know what they said about somebody who was rising in the 1920s and 1930s in Germany. And they're saying the same thing today about Donald Trump. Let there be no doubt what we're up against. Is Hillary Clinton perfect? Of course she's not perfect, but she's darn close. Harry Truman wasn't perfect, we elected him. John Kennedy wasn't perfect, we elected him. Jimmy Carter wasn't perfect, we elected him. Bill Clinton wasn't perfect, we elected him. And Barack Obama probably is the closest thing to perfect I know. We elected him, and we're going to elect Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States.
All right now. Y'all gonna make me stop wanting to interview celebrities. I'm gonna just do politics from now on. Forget about these celebrities. I'm gonna start interviewing politicians on a daily basis. Shakespeare once famously said, though she may be but little, she is fierce. And I cannot think of a better description of New Jersey's Congresswoman. That's right, New Jersey's only Congresswoman. And the first Democrat woman of color to be elected to Congress from New Jersey. You can find her telling her colleagues on the floor of the House of Representatives exactly how it is and how it should be. She has made us all proud with her stances on gun control reform measures, criminal justice reform, prisoner reentry reform, and issues of equality. As members of the 114th Congress, Watson Coleman serves on both the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform and the House Committee on Homeland Security, where she is ranking member of the Subcommittee on Homeland Oversight. Watson Coleman is an active member of the Congressional Black Caucus, the Congressional Progressive Caucus, and the Congressional Caucus for Women Issues, and the Congressional LGBT Equality Caucus. My goodness, this woman is working hard. But she has never been more steadfast in her support of Hillary Clinton as the next president of the United States. You can find her on planes, trains, and automobiles in front of every news camera that will let her carry her message of unity and faith. Thank you for joining us here today, Congresswoman Bonnie Watson Coleman. Congresswoman.
Good morning, Newark. Good morning, Essex County. Mercer County is in this house, and other counties are in this house. I News or CNN in this house? Because I don't know about you, but I am tired of them talking about the fact that African Americans are not excited about this election. Who are they talking about? We vote for ourselves. We know what's on the table. We're on the table. Education's on the table. Healthcare's on the table. A woman's right is on the table. Higher education is on the table. And economic opportunities for everybody's on this table. And Trump said nothing about us. Other than what have you got to lose? I'm going to tell him just what President Barack Obama said. We got everything to lose. They don't need to worry about us if we just do what we're supposed to do. No one needs to do anything extraordinary here. We just need to do what we do well. Not only do we vote, but we bring somebody with us. Don't assume that the person sitting next to you in the pew on Sunday or Saturday or Friday is as urgently engaged in this vote as you are. Ask them, encourage them. Don't assume that every member of your family got it. Ask them, encourage them. But at the end of the day, not only do we need you to vote that top of that ticket, we need you to go down that ballot and hit everybody that's going to support this president and our initiatives, our issues. We stand up for ourselves. And we will be there, Black, Latino, Asian, gay, straight, you name it. We know where we belong. God bless you, and let's look forward to a great victory.
Make some more noise for the Congresswoman, Bonnie Watson Coleman. Y'all get louder, New Jersey. Make some noise for the Congresswoman, Bonnie Watson Coleman. Y'all better show her some love. All right, a Newark native, Congressman Donald Payne Jr. was elected in November 2012, following in his late father's footsteps and now serving in his second term. Congressman Payne Jr. is a tireless fighter for New Jersey families, working to create jobs and grow the economy, invest in our children, and ensure the health and safety of our communities. Job creation and security are at the forefront of Congressman Payne Jr.'s agenda. Congressman Payne Jr. serves as ranking member of the Homeland Security Subcommittee on Emergency Preparedness, Response, and Communications. In representing New Jersey's 10th Congressional District, which is home to Newark Liberty International Airport, my favorite airport, the New Jersey Transit Authority, and the Port Newark Elizabeth Main Terminal. Congressman Payne Jr. fights to increase transportation security, water security, chemical hazard prevention, and emerging preparedness, to make sure that New Jerseyans are protected and that the business they conduct trade at our ports have the security and efficiency that they need to effectively engage in commerce. He and Congressman Watson Coleman have crisscrossed the country advocating for Secretary Hillary Clinton. Thank you for being here today, Congressman Payne, and give him a warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Newark's own Congressman Payne. What's up, Newark? Come on now. What's up, Newark? Essex County, New Jersey. So what are we going to do, New Jersey? We're going to come out with Secretary Clinton, because we cannot afford Donald Trump in the White House for 4 years to tear down everything President Obama has been able to build without the Congress in the United States. Am I right? All the president has asked us, he says, if you want to honor me, if you want to show me your appreciation for my 8 years, then go out and vote. Don't have parties for you, don't have parades. Go out and vote, because he knows he needs someone to follow him to make sure that everything that he's done stays in place. I said it again. Did y'all catch his convention speech? Did y'all see this brother at the convention do his thing? My goodness, they're going to be talking about for years to come. especially when he's running for that big office. And yet, he is here with us today, humble, excited, and ready to inspire his own constituents with a message he has been spreading across the great nation. A message of peace, a message of togetherness, a message of tireless love and fearless understanding. Newark, New Jersey, y'all better stand to your feet and make some noise for our very own Senator Cory Booker.
Hello, Newark! Brick City! Well, listen, y'all, I want to first and foremost give honor where honor is due. I want to give it up where in Essex County, the leader of the Democratic Party, I want to give it up to Chairman Jones. Where is he? There he is, man. And of course, in New Jersey, in this great blue state, the man that's got the blues, the man that can put B.B. King in the blues. I want to give it up for our Chairman John Curry. And I want to say one thing right now. I may be shooting down in Washington, D.C. a few days a week. I may have been in the last 2 weeks in Missouri. I've been in Michigan. I've been in Ohio. I'm on my way to Florida. But when I come home to Newark, New Jersey. And my mayor in Newark, the mayor of Newark, this nation may have Obama, but in Newark, New Jersey, we have got Baraka. My mayor, right here. And that is what we need now. I have to go around and tell people. Sometimes folks like, oh, it's getting kind of hot down here in the Senate floor. I'm like, this ain't hot. I'm from Newark. We bring the fight. I'm from Newark. We're Brick City. We are hard. We are tough. We are resilient. And when Brick City comes together, there's nothing we can't build, create, or do. And right now, I tell you right now, we've got some issues. I see some of our elders, our seasoned seniors in this room. I know the battles our seniors have fought. They fought in wars past. They fought to advance civil rights. They fought to advance voting rights. They fought to advance workers' rights. They fought to advance women's rights. And all those gains that we've made, I'm almost embarrassed to face my elders. Because right now there are so many people conspiring and fighting to take our gains and roll them back. They're pushing back on voting rights. I just came from North Carolina where they are passing legislation to restrict the access to the polls of poor people and minorities. They're rolling back on women's rights, fighting every day to try to take away a woman's rights to make the same pay as a man when they make the same job. When they're fighting against a woman's rights to make her own medical decisions. I see what they're doing on civil rights and on workers' rights to organize. I see the attacks on Social Security, and I see the attacks on Medicaid and Medicare. But we know as a people, especially here in Essex County, especially here in Brick City, that when they bring the fight to us, we don't lay down, we don't stay down, we stand up. We stand up for our children and for our neighborhoods and our communities. Because we come from a mighty strong stock here in Newark. And so in this election, we have a choice. All around the country, and even here in Jersey, people are insulting cities, insulting immigrants, demeaning and degrading women. But in the face of hate, we've got to stand up for love. In the face of bigotry, we've got to stand up for unity. In the face of sexism and racism, we've got to stand up for the beauty of all God's children. We know our history, that we don't give up. When Daniel was in the lion den, he didn't just curl up in a ball. He stood up. When they threw Joseph into the well, he didn't just start crying. He stood up. We know that when it came to our civil rights, Rosa Parks, when in the face of racism, she didn't give up. She sat down so we all would stand up. And so now more than ever, we've got to conjure the spirit of our ancestors. We've got to be like Sojourner Truth and be sick and tired of being sick and tired. We've got to be like Martin Luther King and understand that change does not just roll in on the wheels of inevitability. It's got to be carried in by people who stand up for it. We've got to be like Frederick Douglass and understand that in life you don't get everything you pay for, but you got to pay for everything that you get. And so I said it at the convention, but I want to say it one more time. I'm tired of the insults. I'm tired of the attacks. But just because we're tired doesn't mean that we're going to not stop fighting. There was that great poet, she said it, you all know the poem. They may write me down in history with their bitter, twisted lies. They may trod me in the very dirt, but still like dust, I rise. Newark, New Jersey, are we going to rise? Are we going to rise up for public education? Are we going to rise up for our children? Are we going to rise for seniors? Are we going to rise for women's rights? Are we going to rise for the disabled? Will we rise for America? Will we rise